Well, hello, I'm Pop Pop. Welcome to Pop Pop's Survival World. Have you been having trouble with your inventory always being full? Are you tired of making 20 trips back and forth to your base so you could complete your project? Well, that's a problem I used to have, but I don't anymore. If you take a look into my ender chest, you'll see I can carry potions, I can carry extra weapons and armor, I can carry valuables, iron, gold, diamonds. I could carry a bunch of tracks and rail supplies, mine carts, rockets, tons of rockets, all my redstone gadgets, flowers, dye, wool, glass, stone, and look at all the extra inventory room I have. Each one of these boxes gives us 27 additional inventory slots that we could fill with goodies, throw into our ender chest, and carry around with us everywhere we go. So no matter what kind of tough situation we get in, we'll always have stuff on hand to help us get us out. Now, how did I get this stuff together? Well, stick with me. We'll take a short trip, and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, I'm standing here next to an end city. Okay, this is the second closest one to our portal. The closest one was over there, but I accidentally goofed up and scared one of the shulkers away that was on the ground by the door, and yeah, and I kind of goofed because I need two, and to get them from up higher is a little tricky. So actually getting them from down here is a little tricky also. Um, they're in the front of the building here. I dug my way into the side, put some glass up here so they couldn't see me. Okay, verified. Yes, they are there, and they're the two we're going to go for. Hopefully, they're not going to be too difficult or give us too hard a time. Now, figure out where the farm's going to go. I'm going to put it out this way. It's got to be 15 blocks away from any blocks that a shulker can spawn on. So we'll put it up in the air a little bit, and I think we'll get them out right from here. We're on Z671. Okay, I'm on 671. I'm going to go down to about 1050 right here. So this is where our rail track's gonna come up. And I'm going to come over just a block to start pillaring up. Now we're going to build with glass because shulkers can't spawn on glass. Okay. So now we know we want our rails to come up here. Now right here is going to be the platform where we're going to stand. You know what? Let's just fill this all in for now. Okay. So we have is our way up. And then right here is going to be a 3x3 platform that we're going to stand on. Okay, now we're going to place a temporary block here. And now we're going to need a couple of blocks that the shulkers can spawn on. So we use these end stone bricks. There's one here and one there. Okay, now I'm going to put 4 temporary blocks. And then I'm going to put 2 more spawnable blocks. Okay, now we need some buttons. We're going to cover these on the top and on all the sides with buttons so the shulkers can't spawn on the sides. We only want them to spawn on the bottom. So we have all the sides covered there. We could come out, break this piece of glass, and put a button on the side there. Now we could do the same with these blocks. There's one there, one there. Cover the sides. We'll come over here, we could break these temporary blocks. I'll crouch down, place a button here. Now we're going to come over here, break this block. Now we have some blocks where the shulker can spawn, but only on the bottom. Put a little wall here. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to need a platform to stand on. So if this is our roof level, we have to go down 2 to allow room to stand. So we're going to go down to about there for our floor. Okay, we break this out. That's where we come up and get onto our platform. Just one more row on the sides and in the back, just so we don't accidentally step off. Oh, I must have looked at him. Let's fly away. That's one way to get rid of them. One easy way to get rid of them. Just fly away until they despawn. And come back and they're all friendly again. Okay, now, to get up, we'll use some vines. There we go. Okay, so our shulkers are going to be hanging off of these blocks. As soon as they see us, they're going to start shooting. So we need to keep ourselves safe. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to go to our shulker box and get out these armor stands. Okay, now we'll take the armor stands. We'll put one there, one here, one there, one here, one there, one here, one there, and finally one here. Now, when we stand in the center, and we have a row of blocks on the outside, just to make sure we don't accidentally fall, but we'll stand right in the center here, and those shulkers, they'll be shooting at us, and the armor stands will block all the shots, and we won't get hit. And then, when we're ready, that's our way down. Okay, so now what we need to do is build our collection system and make a way to get these shulkers up here. So we're going to need some rails. Okay. Guess we might as well start going up from here. 3. Another powered rail. You know what? I'm going to put that one all the way down to the ground. Okay, let's power those other ones. Okay, so we have a rail system coming all the way over. We have our way up. We have our AFK spot. We have a little platform, make us easy to get off the vines. Okay, we need some more rails. Okay, for the collection system, before we get the shulkers up here, yeah, we're going to want to collect all the shells when the shulkers die. So we'll use some water to do that. Okay, now we have to find the center. The center looks like it's 2 blocks away from the pillar. That's on block X1048. So we're going to stay on X1048, and we're going to go down till we're under this last block here, this last spawnable block. We'll see what row that is. That looks like row 680. Okay, we're at 680, we're at 1048. So there goes our chest. On top of the chest, we're going to place a hopper. Now we're going to place 2 pieces of glass on each side of the hopper. Now we can fill those in. Now we're going to want to put a rim around that. Without looking at any Endermen. There's a block so we can get up there. Now, we need to dig out 4 blocks to make an infinite water source. Place 1 bucket in that corner, 1 bucket in this corner. Now we have an infinite water source. Okay, we have a bucket of water in each corner. So everything that falls down into there will go into the hopper and down into the chest. Now we need to extend this 8 blocks. We could do that from down here. It's probably be a little easier. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, looks like we're going to have to change our stairway a little bit there, but that's okay. Now what we want to do is enclose this. Boy, they're making this tricky. So we have a platform of glass that's 5 wide and 8 long. Now what we have to do is get more water. Place 1 here. Place 1 there. That turns... Oh, that didn't work. There it goes. So that turns this one into a water source block as well. Now we need one more block of water. Might as well fill them both up while we're here. That was a close one. There. Now we have a water stream. It's underneath both platforms. That will collect all the shells that fall. Okay, so this will be our way up. Get onto our platform. We stand here. The shulkers shoot at us. Everything falls into the water, gets collected into the chest. Okay, let's go down and prepare to get our shulkers. I've got blocks underneath both shulkers. I put blocks in between with rails on top. Have my powered rails here. It's going to drive a minecart up where it's going to pick up that, hopefully pick up that shulker. Alright, I'm ready to give this a try. Let's see if we catch ourselves a shulker. We did. He's in the minecart. Now he's not wanting to go anywhere. Okay, he's on a rail. Piece of glass there. Break that. Break that. He won't see us. Try that first. Okay, let's try this. That looked like it worked. I think he should be up there. Let's go find out. There he is. Okay, this should be easy. All we have to do is break that minecart without breaking the glass underneath of it. So, we'll break this glass. I'm going to see if I could get a track underneath of him. That might make it easier to break the minecart without hurting him. Okay, minecart's gone. And he should teleport to one of those blocks. After he gets done shooting me, I'll just fly. He hit me again. Okay, well that's okay. We made it. Okay. Let's see if we can get the other one. Everything's still set up. We should be able to do it the same exact way. We're going to put a track back here. Okay, so we can get him into a minecart. What do we have over here? Put a track down on top of that. Alright, I got a minecart. Put it on track. Give it a push. Hopefully it caught our second shulker. Okay, now let's see if we could get a piece of track underneath of them. Let's just see what happens. There, now I got track under him. Alright, let's break this and give him a push. There he goes. Okay, let's go meet him up there. Hopefully he's up there. There he is. Now we'll try to do this the same way. I'm gonna break this piece of glass. Got a track underneath of him. Break this other piece of glass. Now hopefully be able to break this minecart. I'm going to put the track back. I don't want to accidentally break the glass. Oh. There we got him. Just stand here where he can't see us. Put our glass back. And he should teleport away. Come on, you can't stay there. There you go. Alright, now we should be able to go stand down. Let's eat first. Let's climb down into our spot. They're going to see us and immediately start shooting. But they're not going to hit us. The armor stand's keeping us safe, and you can see the shulker in the back is shooting the one in the front. And what's going to happen to him? Well, he's going to die. And he's going to hopefully drop some shells. Hopefully his shells will go into the water and then go down the stream and be collected in the chest. Now the reason why we have more than one block out there, or more than 2 blocks, I should say, is because when a shulker dies, they'll respawn immediately, and they have a chance of duplicating. So if you have another block nearby that can spawn a shulker, chances are when one dies you can get 2 in its place. So if we have enough blocks up there, we could get as many as 4 shulkers. And if we get 4 shulkers going, we could get way more shells. Now let's see. We could stay here 10 minutes. We'll go down and see how many shells we got. And see if we spawned any more shulkers. Usually if you sit here for 10, 20 minutes, you could have enough shulker shells that you'll never have to come back and use the farm again. So it takes a little bit to build, and Sometimes it's a little tricky getting the shulkers up here. But once you get it, it really pays off. We're standing close enough to the armor chest we can see through it, but still not get hit by the shells. Alright, well, it's been about 10 minutes. Shall we go take a look and see what we got? Let's see. Now, they should stop shooting at us once we get down here, because I really don't think we're in range, and we're not. So we can walk underneath, open up our chest. We've got 51 shulker shells in 10 minutes. That's enough to make 25 shulker boxes. Okay, you know, once we go up there for another 10 minutes or so, like I said, we'll never have to come back. And it's pretty safe getting up there. We won't get shot at or hit at all. We get into our little shelter and now start going again. We could sit here for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, it's almost like cheating. One thing I should have said earlier is about the respawning. Is the shulkers, when they die, they do respawn immediately, but that's only if they're killed from friendly fire by another shulker. Okay, because obviously if you kill them or if something else kills them, they're not going to respawn. But if they're killed by another shulker, they do respawn, and they sometimes duplicate. So, yeah, that's why we have the 4 sets of blocks. We started with 2 shulkers. And then as the one died, he duplicated, giving us 3. And then as another one of those died, they duplicated it, giving us 4. So now they can't duplicate any further because there's no more spawn spots that are within 15 blocks. But once all 4 of those blocks are full, you can see how fast they're getting killed and how many shulkers shells we're actually collecting. There goes that right now. There's a couple laying on the edges that didn't quite make it into the pool. That happens sometimes. If we're really worried about it, we can go down there and get them, but we're collecting so many, it doesn't really matter. We can lose a few. It's not going to be a problem at all. Okay, well, it's been about a half an hour. I'm going to go down now and see what we collected. Now, the beauty of this farm is because it's only 2 blocks tall, it also doubles as an ender pearl farm. So if we wanted to collect some ender pearls, we could just stare away at these guys, wait till they come and stand here, and then whack the heck out of them. Matter of fact, maybe I'll do that. Ender pearls do come in quite handy. Okay, now take a look. Take a look there. Let's put that. There we go. There's 128, 129, 130 shells. That's enough to make, wow, a lot of shulker boxes. And that doesn't account for the shells that we lost on the edges. Yep, 130 shulker shells. I have to say it was a little bit of work, but it was really, really worth it. I don't know that we'll ever have to come back and use this farm again. Of course, if we wanted to come back and collect some ender pearls, this would be a good place to do it. It's not too far from home. We can get here really, really quickly. And, yeah, so it took some time. A whole bunch of glass, some vines, 2 chests, our hopper, and 8 armor stands. But, well, of course, the rails to get them up here in the minecart. But other than that, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Stuff wasn't too hard to gather. And, yeah, it's really, really worth it. And we are pissing off those endermen standing here. So maybe I will collect a few ender pearls before I go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Maybe learned something from the farm. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Pop. Bye-bye.